Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Enjoy English School. I'm Bruce.
I'm Anthony.
Today, last day of July, we are in our Green Living category. This is the section of your magazine and of this programming that talks about how to live a life that does not put pressure on our environment, so we can conserve energy, conserve food. We can encourage the growth of animal and plant life, and so on. This is sometimes just described with the adjective green, green this, green that. It's an idea that maybe we could also say natural.
没错，很多时候提到环保啊、绿色生活，我都会想到他们很多的标语都是 Let's go green， 好，就是来过这个更环保的生活这样，所以 green 这个字跟环保常常是放在一起的。
Now, an example of this is in our title, Fleather, using flower power for the better. This is a brilliant idea that kills two birds with one stone. The phrase to kill two birds with one stone means you have one solution that takes care of two problems, which is great if you can do it.
没错，所以 kill two birds with one stone 指的就是一石二鸟。我们中文常常翻译成像一举两得啊、一石二鸟啊。但是在这个地方很妙的事情是呢，事实上呢，我们今天讲的主题花朵皮革成动物救星。We don't kill any birds, we don't kill any animals, instead we save them. 好，变成是说有点像是以往我们要从动物身上杀了动物之后取下它们的皮革，但现在我们有替代品了。好，有替代品就是什么呢？就是我们这些的花朵。
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have used kills two birds with one stone. It sounds like exactly what we don't want if we're going to engage in green living.Okay, so there's our introduction, and we'll take a short break here, get our coffee ready, and then begin the first paragraph. Okay, we're back. First sentence of our first paragraph. An Indian startup recently came up with a clever way to remove the flowers that are polluting the Ganges River. Well, when an American sees the word Indian, he usually will think of American Indians, the native peoples of North America or any other area, the ones who were there thousands or even tens of thousands of years ago. But at the end of the sentence, when we see the Ganges River, we know that Indian means a person of the modern and not so modern state of India. I mean by that, India has a very long history.
没错，所以在这边的话呢，我们看到第一段的第一句话呢，他说 an Indian startup。好，通常看到 Indian 的时候，我们会想到，到底指的是这种原生的美国原住民呢，还是指的是印度人呢？我们看到后面 the Ganges River， 恒河啊，就知道了，他们指的是印度人。所以我们看整句话，他说 an Indian startup。Startup 指的是新创的公司也就是说在印度呢有一间新创公司 recently came up with a clever way to remove the flowers that are polluting the Ganges River. 就是说他们最近想出了一个新的点子去去除掉这些花朵。这些花朵怎么了呢？ That are polluting the Ganges River. 正在污染了他们的恒河。好，他们想出了一个好点子。
The company Pool did so by reusing the floral waste to create a new material, Fleather. Okay, so an Indian company has found a way to go green. This is green living. And the Ganges River, unfortunately, is very polluted. And sometimes for good reasons, people consider it a holy river. The Hindu people worship this river, and they throw flowers into it, which is a nice idea. But India has just as many people as China, 1.4 billion, 14亿, just amazing. And if just one of them throws a flower every day into the river, and they all do that, you can imagine it might look nice, but you're actually polluting the river. That's not a natural flower growing in that area. So a company decided to do something about the floral waste. Floral is the adjective of flower, so you might want to learn that. And it will what they did is to take this pollution and change it into a new material. And this suggests that it's useful, or they call it Fleather.
Yeah, 所以这边这句话告诉你说 The company 这家新创公司呢叫做 Pull， 好，这个叫 PH， 我的时候我听到是 Pull， 有人念成 Full， 但是我是听到它这中间的这个 P 跟 F 中间的发音哦。总之呢，这家公司 did so， 怎么做到这件事情呢？ By reusing the floral waste， 好 ，floral 老师刚刚有介绍过，就是 flower 的形容词，能够把这些已经废弃的这些花卉废料呢，好，把它重新利用。好 ，reusing the floral waste to create a new material， 用来创造一种新的材料，他们称之为 Fleather。这个 Fleather 刚好就是 flower 加上 leather，boom，Fleather。
Fleather is a vegan alternative to leather. So we just heard that leather is one of the words that Fleather is attached to.And leather, unfortunately, comes from the skin of animals. And the only way you're going to get skin off an animal is by killing it. Now, vegans are people who eat only plant life. So they want nothing to do. They will not buy a leather belt. They will not buy a leather jacket. They feel it's wrong to kill animals just to get their skin to wear.
没错，所以这个地方他提到 Fleather， 所谓是 Fleather 这个字，你可能刚听到说是那什么东西啊？他就解释给你听说它是纯素的这种皮革 ，a vegan alternative 就是替代品的意思。事实上呢，在108年的综合测验学测，还有考过用凤梨的这个叶子来取代皮革。所以今天这一篇的话，事实上在过往里面曾经有出现过的考题啊，也是去找到皮革的替代品。所以这个话真的很有意思。
It, Fleather, feels as smooth as lamb skin. Lamb is a small sheep, and their skin is very, very soft. It's gentle. It just feels so great. And I don't know how they did it, but this Indian company took flowers and processed them to make this material, a wearable material.And it is as smooth as lambskin, so it just feels great. But no animals are harmed during its production. It's not an animal product. It's a plant product.
没错，所以这边告诉你说 It feels as smooth as lambskin. 好，它摸起来像羊皮一样的很光滑、很细致。But no animals are harmed. 没有任何的这个动物受到伤害。During its production， 在这个制作过程当中，没有杀害任何的这种动物，它是纯植物的作品。
Okay, we'll take a short break and be right back. Okay, here we go. Second paragraph.Pool's story began when its founder, Ankit Agarwal, went sightseeing along the Ganges. Now, we're in India now, and the Ganges is the largest river in South Asia, or what they call the subcontinent of India. India is a pretty big country.And the main river is this Ganges River, and it has always been worshipped by people who are Hindus, who follow the Hindu religion.
OK， 我们来看第二段这个地方。接下来第二段呢，他就告诉你说，这样的灵感是来自什么地方呢？他就说了 ，Paul's story began when its founder 就是创办人 Ankit Agarwal， 好，就是这个创办人的名字。Went sightseeing along the Ganges. 好，他呢刚好有一天到了这个恒河那个地方去观光。好，他想出了这个主意，这个故事就开始了。
Mr. Agarwal noticed lots of flowers floating on top of the polluted river. Oh, this is because, as we'll find out later as well, throwing flowers in many countries is a symbol of respect and love and worship and so on.And as it is in the Hindu religion. However, if you have hundreds of millions of people throwing flowers into even a large river, it's going to pollute it.
没错，所以要告诉你，他就注意到 he noticed lots of flowers floating on top of the polluted river. 他就注意到说，天哪，在恒河的这个表面上面怎么样？上面浮着非常非常多 lots of flowers floating 就是在那个水面上浮着非常非常多的花朵。On top of the polluted river, 在这个已经被污染的这个河面上头。
The flowers were tossed there by temple visitors while worshiping gods. Notice here it's 小写的 G. When we talk about non-Christian God or gods, it will be 小写的 G, and it's plural. In the Christian and Jewish religions, there's only one God, and so it's a capital G. And Hindus have hundreds of gods. And to show respect to them as they walk along the Ganges, they will throw a flower into the river.
没错，所以这边的话，老师第一个先提到这个 gods， 它是复数的，而且 G 是小写的。在印度教里面有非常非常多的神，相对于这种基督教只有一神论，他们在印度教 Hindu 里面，他们有非常非常多的神。所以这边这句话就说 The flowers were tossed there. 好，这些花朵就被丢在那个地方。By temple visitors, 对于去这些庙宇参拜的人，他们所丢的这些花朵。While worshiping gods, 他们在敬拜神的时候就会丢花朵来表达他们的尊敬。
This sight, what he saw, and what he saw was people throwing flowers or tossing is throwing but gently, and not trying to hit something. This sparked his imagination. This gave him an idea.And he came up with the idea to reuse the flowers. These flowers are polluting and they're being wasted. What if we could use them?
没错，所以接下来告诉你说 this sight 这样的这个场景呢 sparked his imagination 突然之间就激发了他的这个想象力哦 and he came up with the idea 于是他就想出了一个方法 to reuse the flowers 能不能够重新利用这些废弃的花朵呢一来解决这个污染的问题二来的话这些回收再利用搞不好可以创造新的价值
Okay, that's it for our second paragraph. We have one more to go after this short break. Okay, we're back. Since Pool was launched, the company has designed several products using Fleather, including wallets, sandals, and bags. If you launch a business, you start one. Launch is also used for ships. If the Navy has built a new ship, there's a big ceremony when it is launched. Also, satellites, spacecraft. Anyway, companies in business, we also say to launch or start a new company. And this company has designed several products using Fleather. This is our key word for today. How can we use Fleather, something made of flowers but feels like fine leather? Well, wallets, sandals, I'm wearing sandals today by coincidence.
没错.
And bags. Bags could be anything from a woman's pocketbook to a shopping bag.
没错，所以这边的话我们看这一段的第一句话哦 Since Paul was launched 老师刚刚有特别介绍一下 launch 这个字本来的意思是指发射的意思像是老师刚刚提到 satellites 好就是那个发射人造卫星到天空啦好 You can launch a new product 好你可以让一个产品上市或像这边他提到的是这家公司成立好这些东西的话都可以用 launch 这个字甚至呢像那个新的船造好之后要下水这个入水的仪式也是用 launch 这个字来表达那在这边的话他就说了 The company has designed several products using Fleather 还有用这个 Fleather 来制造说各式各样的这种产品哦 including wallets 好像是钱包啦Sandals 老师现在脚上穿了凉鞋啦 and bags 好像是包包啦等等都是可以做成这样像用 Fleather 这个材料做成的这种特殊的商品
To make Fleather look more like real leather, the company marks the surface with a crocodile skin pattern. So maybe when they first made their Fleather, it was maybe a yellow or white color, whatever the color of the flower was, maybe. And that doesn't really look like leather. And he figured that the more it looks like leather, the more it will sell. But we're not going to use animal skin.
没错，所以在这边的话呢，他希望能够让 Fleather 这样的材料呢，看起来比较接近皮革的感觉。这样子的话，对于喜欢皮革风的人，他们也有机会来选择用 Fleather， 而不要去杀害那些动物，对不对？所以这个地方他提到说 ，to make Fleather look more like real leather， 为了让它的外貌看起来更像真的这种皮革呢 ，the company marks the surface， 他们呢这个公司就在这个商品的表面。Mark the surface with a crocodile skin pattern. 它印上了类似像是鳄鱼皮一样的那种标记跟图案，让它看起来就更像是真的皮革了。
One of the best things about Fleather is that it is more than just a replacement for animal leather. Now that is the main reason it was developed as a replacement for animal leather to save the lives of animals.So that their skin can be used to make traditional leather.
OK， 所以接下来这句话就告诉你说呢，他说 Fleather 其中一个最棒的优点 One of the best things about Fleather is that 是什么呢？ It's more than just a replacement for animal leather. 它不只是动物皮革的替代品而已哦。至于还有什么其他厉害呢？后面告诉你了。
The process of Fleather production...also helps to make India's rivers cleaner. So we do now have something more than just a replacement for animal leather, a new product on the market that traditionally has used animal skin. Now they're taking these they're not growing flowers and cutting them. They're removing all those flowers from the rivers of India and making use of what would otherwise become a waste.
没错，所以这边告诉你说 the process of Fleather production 在制作 Fleather 的过程当中呢 also helps to make India's rivers cleaner 这个过程中也会让这些印度的这些河流呢变得更干净原本有飘了一堆废花朵去污染河流的它把它收集起来顺便也解决了污染的问题
And our final sentence Fleather is an incredible example of a company using creativity to turn waste into something valuable while making the world a better place. Well, we often use incredible. Originally, it means I don't believe it. That's not credible. But now it has become an adjective that just makes something so wonderful, so excellent, so special. An example of a company, the Fleather Company, is this wonderful, great, perfect example using creativity.Remember, he had his moment of imagination, and he came up with this idea, that's creative, to turn waste into something valuable. Now, that's the perfect way to improve our world from getting away from products which depend on killing animals. Green living has the idea that we can all live in harmony, all living things, plants, animals, and people.That will make the world a better place, of course.
Yeah, 老师刚刚用到一个词 harmony. When people live in harmony, 意思就是指说人们跟这些动物啊，或这些其他的植物啊等等，非常融洽的，非常非常好的和谐的共同生活在这个地球上。这个 harmony 的拼法是 H-A-R-M-O-N-Y Harmony 记得我们在大概月中的时候我们有提到那个唐扬鸡我们有提到这个字 Harmony 食材的本身的协调性我们有提到 Harmony 这个字不妨可以顺便回去复习一下唐扬鸡的部分你就会找到这个字哦所以在这边的话我们整句话呢他就说了 Fleather is an incredible example 好这是一个非常难以置信非常非常好的一个例子 of a company using creativity to turn waste into something valuable while making the world a better place. 他就告诉你说，是一家公司运用它的创意 to turn waste into something， 它能够把这些废物呢变成一些很有价值的东西，又能让世界变成一个更好的地方。好，在这边的话呢，你就看到这整句话，句子非常非常的复杂，但是一段一段去看的话，其实就比较好理解了。
Okay, we'll take a short break and then review our more important vocabulary items from today's lesson. Okay, vocabulary review. Number 1 is pollute. Pollute is to make something dirty or unusable.
就是污染的意思。
Our second item is reuse, again, use again.
就是重新利用的意思哦。
Third item is leather, as we just said, that is the animal skin.
皮革的意思。
Go sightseeing. You go someplace to see the sights, to travel and enjoy new and beautiful scenery.
就是观光的意思。
Imagination is our next item, and it is the ability to create things, to make new things in your mind.
在脑中，好，再去想象出新的事物，所以 imagination 就是想象力。
Launch, as we said, is to begin a new company, but we also use it when we start using new products, such as ships or satellites.
好，这个 launch 的意思呢，在这边指的是成立公司。当然，你可以用在说开始使用新的这种东西，像是刚做好的这个船啦，或者是发射我们做的这个卫星到天空里头，都可以用 launch 这个字。
Number 7, be more than just, well, it means to have more than one use.
就是不只是什么东西而已，还有更多的用途。
And our last item, replacement, is a substitute. We can use one thing instead of another.
Replacement 就是替代物品。这个地方老师用到另外一个字 substitute， 它的拼法是 substitute， substitute 当名词使用就是替代品。
That's it for today's lesson. We will be back next month. Hopefully. And we have such fun on this program. We hope that you can enjoy and learn together. Till the next time, bye-bye.